Hey there, it's Leah Butler-Smith here, and together with Giovanna Samar, the duo that makes up the Marketing Gene Dream Team, we're inviting you to join us on our PulseNotify plugin launch, which is, hopefully you'll agree, as everybody is so far, a very, very clever and pretty unique marketing strategy for your subscribers to love and enjoy. You can see the plugin in action here. This is an example of it on our JV page. We wanted to make sure that JVs were comfortable using the button. We literally are only using it for notifications. We don't have any lists added in to the button. For those who want to subscribe in the usual fashion, we've of course added the normal opt-in form. So as you can see already, the option of doing both of those two things does exist. So let me get rid of that out of the way and show you the back end, what's going on here. So we've got a standard version and a light version, and what's going to happen is the users will come in here. What they have is they've got their records here, the FB settings. What they need to do, we're going to have a very quick run through video, and it takes seconds to create an app. Come in and create an app, and then they'll grab these the keys, and all they're really doing is they're taking some of the information that the plugins automatically added, which is all this stuff here, and once that information's been transferred over to the app, it will give you the keys that you need to go ahead and set it up, save the changes. So that's pretty much all that's going to happen to get the whole thing rolling. So I'd like to just show you very quickly the standard version. You've already seen that there's a dashboard in both plugins versions. There's the FB settings, which are set up just using the app information and vice versa. And then we come to the autoresponders for the standard version. So we've added a number of different autoresponders, and of course the code would just go in here, or the form URL on this particular version. Then we go to the Facebook button code, and we can choose here any text you want and any size you want, and then opt for the redirect URL. So obviously this is saying that the autoresponder hasn't yet been installed. You don't have to install it to use the button. It is one of those options that people like to have with this sort of functionality, but we've made this plugin so that you can send notifications to subscribers, and as I say, the autoresponders is just an additional option. So you can just pop your URL in here, generate the shortcode, and then grab the shortcode, and it's then placed in the standard version in a sidebar widget for capturing subscribers' attention when they arrive on a blog. And then what of course the magic is you get to send a unique notification with whatever URL you want to, and we've got send, delayed send, and obviously there's a stop function. The delayed send is once you've accumulated quite a few subscribers, then it's a good idea to actually delay sending between notifications, so that's what that option's there for. So that is the standard version, and it really is pretty magnificent. But let's go now and have a quick look at the fantastic Pro version. So starting at the beginning, you've got your dashboard. Obviously the FB settings we've already taken a look at, there's nothing different there. Coming to the autoresponders and the lists here, you can add the list name or form URL or HTML code, whatever is required by the functionality there. Then we come to the FB button. So extra features here are that you can either manually add the code that's generated, which is generated just the same as it would be in the standard version, or you can automatically have it added to every page, either in a special category, all pages, above the content, below the content, and obviously you're still adding your redirect URL if you wish. That's optional. Generate the shortcode, and then the shortcode will appear up here for you to either, as I say, if you're manually doing it, then you can just copy that and place it anywhere on any page, any post, any widget on your site. Automatically you can have it added to certain categories with certain pages. And part of the reason for that is because this particular version actually enables you to create multiple lists, which is, hopefully you'll agree, a pretty clever thing to add. The opportunity therefore exists for those who've got lots of different kinds of categories that they really want to target with particular notifications, that they actually have those separated out, and can do that by using this particular function. So you can have as many lists as you want, you can have as many buttons as you want, and you can test, which we all know is a great thing to do. Sending notifications, you can send to all lists, or the list of lists will appear here. And this is where, again, you write the notification, add URL, and then go ahead and use these buttons. Now, another feature that we've added in the Pro version is the share buttons. Now, we did this because we wanted to make sure that users weren't going to have conflicts with lots of other social media plugins as much as is possible. So we've added these pretty, standard, seen these before, and these can either be enabled, disabled, they can go on below the content and above the content. So remember, this is the Pro version only. It's another one of the extra delightful features. But the other thing that we've added in, because we love the Love Claw plugin, which has only recently been introduced to the marketplace, that's very clever psychology, which is my fave thing. And Chris Munch has put that out there. So we wanted to make sure that anyone who's already installed that can be confident that PulseNotify is going to work with it. So it's already been tested as compatible. But more than that, we just added a nice little feature where it's actually going to say, PulseNotify has detected Love Claw. We recommend you use those buttons because they really are very clever. So I think I've covered everything that this fabulous PulseNotify unique plugin actually does. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me or Giovanna, and we will do everything we possibly can to help you. We will have some, customer videos ready very, very soon. So if they're not already appearing somewhere on the JV blog, then they will be there within the next day or so. That's it. Thanks ever so much for jumping on board with us. This is a very exciting project. I'm sure you'll agree. See you on the 20th.